Welcome to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis, and we are live at the HCC TV studios. It is Wednesday, August the 14th. Sitting right next to me, he made it in on time today.
Yeah,
Benji Escobar.
nice.
Yesterday was a little different. You kind of rolled in about, what, 1 minute before we went live?
No, it was 5 minutes before.
Oh, no, sir. No, don't even go down that road. It was 1 minute before we went live. 5 minutes before. Yeah, man, don't trust this guy with time, but good to have you here. Usually here on Tuesdays, but you're doing a lot more these days.
Right? I was here Monday, Tuesday,
Yeah.
and Wednesday, so
Yeah.
obviously people aren't tired of me. They want me back. I've seen the comments and everything.
You
So,
do get your followers on
Benji all week.
Instagram's going crazy about right now. Yeah. But we digress. We've got a great show lined up for you. It's Good Works Wednesday, and we're also going to be hearing one of our special programs here at HCC in just a few moments. But we want to thank all of you who are watching this Wednesday morning when Benji's actually here on time. And we want to thank you for watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube. But they can catch us really anytime, Benji, on Facebook and YouTube, and also on cable TV.
Yes, we are live on the Houston Community College District Facebook page. Not HCC, but Houston Community College District. We're also on YouTube, X, LinkedIn, and on HCC TV, our own TV channel, where you can catch the rebroadcast of this show at noon, 5, and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
That is right. Okay. Good Works Wednesday. We've got, or Small Business Wednesday, I should say. We've got the 2023 winner of our business plan competition, who's hosting an HCC STEM event. Crystal Williams Lister is the owner and CEO of Mommy and Me, the Listers, and the STEM Carnival host. Crystal, welcome back to the show. Good to see you.
Thank you so much for having me. Coming back home is always great.
We want to talk more about your STEM Carnival that you have coming up, the event, and also hear more about your business. We'll be with you now, or Benji will be with you in about 10 minutes or so. All right, we're going to kick things off. We're talking about a program that's changing a lot of lives. Nakia Edwards is the Executive Director of HCC's Adult Education and Literacy. Welcome back to the show, Nakia. Now, I remember the Change Your Life for $20 program, but I guess the big news is it doesn't even cost $20 anymore.
That's correct. We're trying to, the $20 was removed about almost about a year and a half ago. We discussed it in a lot of our leadership meetings, trying to find out what barriers are in place. And so one of the financial barriers that we wanted to make sure we remove and remove all excuses was the $20 fee. So now it's come join us as we help you educate and create pathways for you.
And these pathways, now, let me just get this straight, because I remember talking before about this, and it was really just $20. But now it doesn't really cost anything. There are no fees associated with this. Do they just register and they can get into your programs?
Correct. So our registration process, everybody can go to our website, hccs.edu/change my life, and it'll take you to the adult education website. You click on those blue bars that says that follow to orientation registration, and they can go and register for one of the orientations that we have in place. We're grant operated, 100% grant operated, which means that we have certain structure that we have to follow. So our students kind of go through a different pathway to get into our programs, but we're creating these pathways for them to obtain their GED, level up in their ESL programs, and then put them into one of our workforce training programs through our Career4U Academy program.
Now, you're also in charge of the GED program, is that correct? But it's no longer called GED, correct?
Yeah, so that was more of a legal thing that changed several years back, and now it's called high school equivalency. The students, it's the same subject matters. The students go through the class and they work on the math and the reading, the writing, and language arts to work on strengthening their educational levels to be able to pass the GED and to be able to enroll into one of our HCC classes.
And what's the difference between the adult high school and the GED or text chase program? What's the difference between those two?
Right, great question. So adult high school is almost like we're trying to actually get it renamed to high school credit recovery because the adult high school deals with students that are currently in school that are trying to get their diploma. and make up their credits that are going into that. So our staff with the adult high school are working with the high schools and the high school counselors to get those students back on track to graduate with their class or with their school. So the difference between that is they're trying to catch up in their credits with that program. In addition to that, we are piloting a program that actually allows us to put the students into a high school diploma program, which is where students who have aged out of the schools, but they still want instead of getting a GED, they want their high school diploma. So we have a program that's putting them into one of the high school diploma programs.
And the adult high school, are those available across our district? Are they only available in some campuses? How does that work?
Right. They're available across the district. And so what they have to do is reach out to one of our staff. The staff will kind of request their transcript. Once they request their transcript, then they'll see what deficiencies they're in need of, and then work with that student from there to get them on track to graduate with their high school.
What is the average age of people that are in the adult high school program?
Those will be all high school age students. So, they may have failed a class or whatever the case may be, but they'll be in high school age students.
But they've aged out. So many of you said have aged out of the high school age as well, correct?
Right. And so that's when they have the option of either getting a GED or or see if they're eligible to do the high school diploma program that we're piloting right now.
Now, tell us about the ESL, or English as a Second Language program. I know I used to work at the Southwest College, and that was hugely popular out there. Obviously, now with more people coming to the city of Houston, still very popular program.
Public program, Houston is a city that is constantly growing and is a melting pot of all ethnicities and of different countries. And so a lot of these individuals that are coming in from different countries are coming to one of our campuses, and we are across all campuses in the Northwest, Northeast, Central region, Southwest region. And we're trying to make sure we're offering enough ESL classes for the students that are coming in. These ESL classes are there to develop the students and to create a comfortability to be comfortable enough to be able to learn the language, speak the language, and then also get them enrolled into one of our HCC classes. We're really encouraged, and I just talked to my staff this morning. Like, we want to create these pathways of getting them from one level into one of our HCC classes to increase our enrollment, as well as to meet the needs of our campuses as well, and of the student.
Are these is the ESL program, is that grant funded as well? Is there a cost for that associated with it?
Yes, sir. It is. There is no cost. I don't like the word free because it just kind of sometimes it puts the program down, but there is no cost. The cost that it does take is the time of the student to make sure they're committed, they're time committed, because there is stuff that there is a lot of work that they have to complete in class, as well as we send work to home for them to, what we call distance learning, for them to complete at home as well.
Let's talk about the Career4U Academy. Does this tie into the Change Your Life program? And what type of disciplines do you offer? What areas of education?
Yes, sir. Great question. So the Career4U Academy was a program that was developed around 2018, and it is a workforce training program that provides scholarships for students to attend some of our workforce trainings in the HCC campuses. These trainings are focused around the 5 different areas, which is business, IT. I got to always hit my fingers: business, IT, construction, manufacturing, and healthcare. Oh, I did that in one swish. So in those 5 different areas, we have multiple trainings under each one of those areas. For instance, if a student wants to be in the healthcare, they can go to our CNA program, and we'll pay for tuition and books. If they want to be in the construction trades, there's such things as electrical or HVAC, we'll pay for tuition and books, and so on and so forth. And so it's a great opportunity to get a level 1 certificate And if there's any industry certifications or tests that they have to take, we'll cover that as well. I mean, it's an awesome opportunity. Again, the grant is funded by Texas Workforce Commission, and it comes in with the intention of building our workforce. And these are all high need and high growth areas that we're trying to also be in alignment with what the college is doing as well.
If people want to know more about this, do you have any special events coming up that can inform the public?
Yeah, so the orientations are running on a daily basis. We have orientations almost every day, and then we have open camp. The campuses have an open registration fairs is what they call them. So I invite everybody who's interested in a program. They can even reach out to me, and I'll make sure I'll direct them in the right place, or they can go to our website, hccs.edu/change my life, and you just follow the blue bar to the orientation and registration, and then you'll sign up. You'll put your name, your phone number, your email. If you're a current student or you're not, you click that button, and there's a drop-down menu for what region or Career4U, and then you choose your region, you choose your program, and then it'll give you the list of what is available.
Nakia Edwards is the Executive Director of HCC's Adult Education Literacy. You may see him host some shows here at times, and you're still doing some hosting for us too, right?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right. Always good to see you, Nakia. Take care of yourself. We're going to have all of your information in our social media post after the show. We'll talk to you soon, Nakia.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right. We are going to take a short break. When we come back, Benji's got a special guest, one of the former winners of our small business plan or competition. We'll be back. We return in 60 seconds.
When I grow up, I want to work in a lab to build robots.
From classroom to career, we're with you every step. Register for real-world education at hccs.edu.
That one day at PE when they were like yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me. I don't think you know how much like that helped me. I finally like knew that I had somebody.
We're back on Up to the Minute, and we're now having Crystal Williams-Lister, owner and CEO of Mommy and Me, the Listers and upcoming STEM Carnival host. Welcome to the show, Crystal.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Let's begin with why STEM appealed to you, and why did you decide to start Mommy and Me?
So growing up in inner city Houston, I wanted to be a cashier until I realized that was not my calling and I could clean up on aisle 9 no more. And so the introduction of STEM education and STEM fields let me see what I could be. And so that is what we are doing. We're paying it forward to the kids in underserved communities who may not have access to STEM education.
So yes, so tell us more about your journey of when you were younger, and then also how you came to have this YouTube channel on what you call your roadshow.
Yes, so it's really cool. In the pandemic, we had some pandemic babies that I got to teach, and so being an educator, Chrissy was ahead of her milestones and ahead of the curve, but we didn't know that. First time parents. But I had some friends saying, other parents want to know what you're doing. You should teach them through a YouTube channel. And I was like, who would listen to me? Who in the world would subscribe? I had no idea. So I learned trial by fire. I started a YouTube channel, and we started showing what we did in our home, blowing up stuff, sensory play, hands-on, minds-on learning through STEM. So science, technology, engineering, mathematics. And it was overwhelming. So many people wanted to see more and in person. And so our first road show was at the YMCA. But now we've landed at HCC, and we have touched in the past, this is our third annual carnival. We have touched over 3,000 scholars and families.
Wow. Wow. That's no small feat there. And so
Right.
with this STEM stuff that you were showing your kids on your YouTube channel, is that something that you would say it's important to start them early and then they gradually move up?
Yes, early exposure is the key. I had my 1.5-year-old doing the things that we're going to be doing at the carnival. And people were like, this little baby is doing that. I'm like, not only can she do it, but she can teach you the science behind it. And
Wow.
so there's a scientist that proves that learning through playing requires a fraction of the introduction and the practice that it does with new information. So they're able to acquire and retain it much easier, much quicker if it's through play. So we have a carnival. So the entire science, tech, engineering, and math is play. So think about the biggest and coolest STEM party.
Yeah, yeah. So let's talk about how you were last year's top winner at the HCC Business Plan Competition. I mean, that had to be a big deal, right? So tell us about how it's been. Tell us about that, and then how it's been for you since.
It was such a big deal when they called the second place winner. So realizing I was first place, I fell to my knees in amazement and just cried, because as an entrepreneur, small business owner, you need those benefactors. You need the people who also believe in you, and you need the investors, because I'm sitting like, I'm on Shark Tank. This is a big deal. So I convinced 5 people that my business was worth investing in. And so having that type of belief, HCC is home. I've gone through every single cohort in the Center for Entrepreneurship. I've been through every class. And so I've learned so much. I've grown my brand so much. And that is what allows us to have an even better and even more successful carnival this year. HCC is like coming back home.
Yeah. And then, so I want to go back to the topic of STEM for children and stuff. So can you tell us what are some of those things that you recommend for like beginner parents who are trying to get their kids to even do anything in STEM?
So I really like, it's a blessing and a challenge. They love to get messy. They learn a lot through sensory play. And so we'll do something like baking soda and vinegar. And it's messy, and add a little food coloring for a little art.
Yeah.
That's what we're incorporating in this year's carnival as well. They get messy. They learn about textures, mixtures, and solutions. So I would say overly saturate your environment with education everywhere. On our walls, on our stairs, we have numbers counting up. We do a science experiment, if you can believe it, every day. I come home from work and Chrissy says, Mommy, what are we blowing up today? So and they love it. It sparks their love for learning, their passion, and their problem solving and analytical skills. It's never too young. Early exposure, early and often is key.
Okay, I know we've been talking about your kids. So tell us about your kids, and I mean, how old are both of them?
So Chrissy just turned 5 last week, and Kinsley is our youngest scientist at 3. And so they've been doing this for so long, they can teach a lot of our science experiments. And they just had a love for learning. So they lead the charge in everything that we do. Sometimes, if you can believe it, we have a script that we rehearse when we perform our STEM Magician Showcase. So we are the STEM Magicians. We uncover the science of magic. And so Chrissy has her lines, I have my lines, Kinsley, if she chooses to participate, and they're talking over me now. So I may be out of a job soon, okay? So they love it. And a really amazing scientist said, who is the owner of learning? You have to transfer the ownership over to the next generation. So they're our future, not just my legacies, but the future scientists, problem solvers, and critical thinkers.
Okay, so it looks like this is kind of like a family ordeal, you would say, right?
Yeah, so we encourage families, not just children, to come out, because the parents are going to bring them anyway, but we encourage the families, especially for that buy-in. As an educator, I saw that the community buy-in, especially in the home, is really important, as well as continuing the at-home learning continuum. As an educator, I used to stay up teaching parents the new math. They have tutor them so they can help their child through the new box method or partial quotient, all this, the new math they call it. So I know that having the parents incorporated is super important in the home. And we even have some science and magic tricks where we turn the parent into the STEM magicians too.
Wow, wow. And then right here, we're getting into the last bit of the segment here, but I just want to give you the chance to tell us about the HCC STEM Carnival coming up and all the details about that.
So Mommy and Me, the Listers STEM Carnival, this is our third iteration. And we were formerly at the YMCA. We had an amazing support there. But this year, we're at HCC South Campus. We have a STEM party, so a STEM Carnival. If you think of the latest in tech, we have pilots that will be landing their planes and coming to join us. We have flyovers happening. We have sensory play, of course, for even the youngest learners. We have robots, drones, rocket launches, and so much more. There is something for everyone, including our parents, at this show. And of course, the STEM magicians will be closing it out, uncovering the science behind magic. All we ask is that our participants register on Eventbrite so we can have an accurate account of how many people will be joining us in this STEM-mazing STEM party.
Well, there you go, folks. Thank you so much, Crystal Williams-Lister. She's the owner and CEO of Mommy and Me, the Listers, an upcoming STEM Carnival host at HCC. We'll have all of your info on our post after the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. And don't forget to go to YouTube, like, share, and subscribe.
Awesome. All right, coming up next, we have a quick commercial break. Todd and I will return with some news and announcements, so stay tuned.
When I grow up, I want to work at a school so I can be a teacher.
From classroom to career, we're with you every step. Register for real-world education at hccs.edu.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
And we are back. Glad to have you with us on this Wednesday morning. Up to the Minute is the show. I'm Todd. This is Benji. Got a few announcements. Weeks of welcome. They're doing it at the Southeast College, you know. HCC Southeast wants to give incoming fall students a fun and enthusiastic welcome. The resource fair called Weeks of Welcome is hosted by Student Life and Rec Sports and will offer yard games, music, ready for this, nachos, and swag. There you go. You know what swag stands for?
No, but I know that Shakespeare even used to use it, like swagger.
Stuff we ain't got.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Monday, August the 19th, Shakespeare, through Thursday, August the 29th, Eastside Student Life Center patio. That's where it's going to be. Check our post after the show for more information. And we've got medical awareness happening out at Spring Branch.
Yes, since those who became eligible for Medicaid have important decisions to make, HCC and United Healthcare is offering this free series in English and Vietnamese to help more people understand options about coverage. This will take place Wednesday, August 21st from 10 to 11 a.m. at the following campuses: HCC Spring Branch, HCC A-Leaf Bissonnet, A-Leaf Hayes, and Katy campuses. Registration info is in our post after the show.
If you're looking for a rewarding career, very, something very growing, HCC's upcoming Fall Automotive Technicians and Mechanics Career Fair is an opportunity to connect with employers who are needing talent in the form of jobs, co-ops, internships, and more. Specialties include transportation technicians, auto body collision repair, and transportation mechanics. It's 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Wednesday, September the 18th. check our post after this show for more information on that. And we've also got some financial coaching sessions happening as well.
Yes, we have HCC's financial coaching sessions, private and confidential. Financial coaching sessions are private and confidential, and they can help students understand budgeting, access their financial aid package, and refund or reduce their student loan debt. This may also navigate student loan repayment and emergency funding to help students stay in school. For any more information on that, check out our post after the show.
So fall classes begin next week, folks. That's right. You can still sign up. 5 ways to learn, 2 online, 2 of them are hybrid. And then we have the in-person classes as well. Go to hccs.edu/apply. Keep in mind, if you can't apply on the website, if you're having some issues and just really want to have some questions, go to a campus. They're there to help you. We have people that can help you there. No excuse not to do it. Okay, tomorrow we'll be talking about the dynamic world of workforce and HCC's role in that. And later this week, Film Friday, we'll be talking with Randy Ramsey, our co-host of the show, about the upcoming Houston Media Conference.
Wow.
Yeah, they had actually wanted you to be the keynote speaker this
that'd
year.
be awesome.
Yeah, but we said you didn't have time.
Oh, yeah.
You're too busy hosting the show.
No, I have time.
You have time?
If they, yeah.
Okay. All
They
right.
call me first.
I'll let Randy know. Okay. All right. We are out of time for today, but we hope you have a great day. We will be back here tomorrow. I think Sharday is here. Yes, no, yep. So Sharday will be here tomorrow. Are you here tomorrow?
I am not here tomorrow. I haven't been asked yet, so we'll see.
You could be.
Yeah.
Sharday and maybe Benji or someone else. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.